Adam Chris from MyMMANews.com being joined by Jaleel Willis. He is set to take on Sabah Homasi at Bellator 273. It's going down at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, just a couple days away, January 29th. I'm being joined by my man right now, Jaleel Willis. First and foremost, I got to thank my man for joining me. Jaleel, how's it going, brother? Thank you so much for joining me.
Pretty good, brother. Feeling good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. So it's about that time. It's pretty much creeping up on fight week. So tell me, how are you doing to taper it down? How do you get in the mix? This is our first time talking. So what do you do to get in your proper mindset, fight week, game time?
Mine, I just make sure I'm getting my rest at this point. You know what I mean? We've been going hard, grinding it out. It's like doing everything we got to do, 2 a days, 3 a days sometimes. At this point, you know what I mean? It's like we go ahead and just get our rest. We ain't never got to worry too much about a big weight cut. So it's always fucking, just fight week. You know what I mean? So just, fucking make sure I'm getting as much sleep as I can at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm curious. A lot of times when I talk to fighters, when they obviously the rest is one of the most important things of recovery, but a lot of people with the mentality, they just don't want to think about the fight like all day, every day throughout fight week. Is it something along those lines with you?
Man, bro, last time I had that mindset, I took a L, and I believe I had that mindset the other time I took a L. So I mean, bro, I ain't thinking that way no more.
Gotcha. I understand. I understand. So, I've been doing my homework, obviously brushing up on some interviews. I know you mentioned with my man James Lynch that you've been calling for this fight. You wanted this fight for quite a bit. Now, it's not all the time that fighters get what they want. They get to pick. And I'm not getting to say that you're picking and choosing opponents, but you calling this guy out, you getting this fight. Now it's in your lap. How does that feel?
Mine is it's like one of those situations of like, hell yeah, bro. Now it's time to put up or shut up. You know what I mean? I'm always putting myself in a situation where I'm like, it's time to show people, like, it's like this how big of a fucking force, how big of action this man is. You know what I mean? It's like even after watching him lose, this man want to bounce back in a motherfucking major weight. You know what I mean? It's like me, even it's always been me that way. It's like even me fucking coming up wrestling, I'm hopping right inside there type shit, like with small school fucking placing in shit that I'm not even supposed to be at, It's like same way with me jumping in the fight. Like even the way I got into fighting is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? People want just pop in out of the stands and stuff like that on 2 hours notice, and then go out there and win. It's like, so I've always been like, bro, you might be biting off more than you can chew. And I always gotta fucking look at myself in the mirror and go, hey, bro, I'm sorry, but you here again. Fucking go out there and do it.
Now, obviously, like you said, you both are looking to bounce back from your last fight. Obviously, Sabah, he's looking to bounce back from several fights. But again,
Yeah.
and as I previously mentioned, you called for this fight. You saw something in Sabah Homasi that you wanted inside in that cage. What was it that you saw inside him? Obviously, without giving a game plan, anything like that away. But what was it that you saw inside him individually that you wanted to fight?
Man, it's more so just like the places where he liked to kind of sit back and I guess to kind of get on his bike, you know what I mean? Like kind of pace himself and get ready to load up on certain shots, you know what I mean? It's like those are spots where I'm usually like real crisp at, you know what I mean? Especially in the gym. And we to the point now to where we like, bro, we need to be showing these folks like, we trying to come up in the rankings or come up fucking to be headlining fights. It's like we'll come up by performance wise, It's like I don't think I necessarily got enough time to be like, I'm fit to do this whole young prospect thing. You know what I mean? It's like fight these dudes out on this first contract, and then the second contract I'll take a step up to these dudes. I ain't got that kind of timeline. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, people don't realize like I'm a serious fucking veteran inside the game too. I just ain't been fucking televised the way bro have. You know what I mean? So it's to the point, man, to where we like wet these good fights that we know that we can have, these good sessions, these good performances that we know the reason we behind you so much right now. It's like what's bringing that out? Fucking competitive fights, So we to the point of like, man, we know a competitive fight. We've been downloading and like fucking dissecting this dude for quite some time. Like every time he done fought, it's been like, oh yeah, you see my fight? Hell yeah, man, he did this shit, he did that shit. Man, it was dope. I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? Like we always fucking talking about bro down here. You know what I mean? So it's like for me to be like, yeah, but one thing that I've always said, it's like, man, shit. If I'm standing across that man, I'll be doing this shit. I'll be doing that shit. It's like, bro, between him and Sterling, like those are only two people like in the fucking division who I look at like that. I'm like, yeah, no, I know what I'll be doing right here. I know what I'll be doing right there. Like, no matter what fans think, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, no, fuck with bro here. I know what I'll be doing. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
so that's why
Now,
I'm saying.
and I know you said you don't have a whole lot of time and whatnot, but I mean, if you look at this on paper, it is the younger versus the more experienced, the youth
Yeah,
versus the
yeah.
crafty veteran. So I'm
So,
wondering, one, I know you're not necessarily looking at as you don't have the time, but are you looking to take that veteran status away from him to use as a catapult for yourself? I mean, because you're right on the brink of the top 10.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, man. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to fucking show these folks bro, you know, I'm right inside them, man. It's like these are the type of fights that you're gonna get from Jaleel Saeed. And me personally, I feel like, man, with how bad of a fucking performance I did last time, man, I ain't got no choice for me. It's like my pride, the way my pride built. It's like, bro, I'm bouncing back in a big way. I'm not for y'all not to see me fucking picking and choosing these slow ass fights. So y'all can just see me getting my hand raised on TV again. Like, no, bro, it's like I want y'all see me at the end of the year, fighter of the year. You know what I mean? I want y'all see me like that.
It really seems like obviously nobody wants to talk about the last fight, obviously being an L2, but it really has lit a fire under your ass. It seems the way you're speaking about it.
Yeah, man. It's like it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing, man. Leaving that cage, man. Everybody already fucking putting that diaper on you. You know what I mean? Fucking babying your ass up, telling you, man, you did good. Right here, you did go out there. Man, it'd be fucking real. I went out there, dropped homie, and fucking went out there with a young mentality of like, let me. I didn't respect none of his shit, and it fucked me up and it bit me in the ass and it left me sitting backstage, fucking with half of a check.
Understandable, but granted, as you know, not many people under the sun will walk the path that you walk on. So, I mean, you take it for the apples and the oranges. The fans, anybody outside the cage, they can say what they want, but not people are half the man to step in the cage like yourself. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. But moving forward, man, so obviously, I know you're happy with Bellator. Obviously, you're looking for a dominant win on Saturday. After you crack the top 10, what do you think? What do you think your activity is going to look like until you get to the top tier status? How many fights are you looking at before top?
I know. To be honest, bro, I fight however I fucking can. You know what I mean? It's like, but it'd be like, I know I want to fight 3 times this year. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And I said I wanted to headline, a fucking card this year too. So I'm saying, like, however that may fall, whether that be the next fight, whether that be 2 fights, I'm just trying to make sure I'm ready. Because truthfully, man, you know, I'm young, but I'm just young within this production shit. I don't know how they roll. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know like what's the plan they got for me. That's why I really didn't want to sit back and wait to hear what the plan was. Of like, like no, fuck that. Here's my plan. It's like this is what I want to fucking bounce off and try to fucking shoot for. You know what I mean? It's like, so let me fucking shoot, show y'all what I got. You know what I mean?
So how I know you said you're looking to stop him within the second, maybe the third, but what do you see happening? How do you foresee if you can Babe Ruth call it your shot? What do you think is going to happen? Your prediction?
Mine straight up, bro. Me fucking going all 3 rounds. You know what I mean? Chris fucking 10-8 rounds.
All clean, 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 sweet.
Clean sweep, man. Because like I said, bro, the man got such a heated mindset right now. I don't think he really gonna be fucking seeing me as a person who can go out there and control the cage the way I really can.
Mm. And obviously, you think that'll be a mistake on his part. Are you banking on that mistake on his part?
Not really though, but I know how bro is. And I know how, you know, he riding, know what he been around, know what he done seen. Look, he ain't no stranger to motherfucking fighting. He ain't no stranger to fighting top tier, low tier, shit like that. I'm like, I'm trying to, I see how bro is, you know what I mean? Like, I done seen him fight bombs. I done seen him fight fucking world champions. And I see how it is, you know? It's like, I know where I know where I would fall once they slid my name across the table to him. I knew how quick he'd say yes. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's where I'm at on that one, if you get what I mean.
I got you, man. So we're looking for a clean sweep on this one. I'll let you roll after that, after now. But before I let you go, how can fans keep up with you on social media? Obviously, everybody wants to keep up with Jaleel Willis, the fight, fight news and everything. So how about social media, your sponsors, anybody you want to plug? Floor is yours, brother.
I know J Willis MMA on everything except Twitter is Jaleel Willis 1. You know, you catch me on everything on there. It's like, super shout out to everybody here in Memphis, man. It's like, everybody in Tennessee, everybody love it.
There it is. I love it, man. Jaleel, I appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck next Saturday against Sabah Homasi. And I can't wait to see this fight, man. I truly, truly can't.
Oh, yeah, man. You got me in for a good one, brother.
There he goes. Jaleel Willis set to take on Sabah Homasi. It's going down in just a couple days at Bellator 273 at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona on January 29th. For Jaleel Willis, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to MyMMANews.com for all your fight news needs.